Earth 2, number 16, written by James Robinson, art by Nicholas Scott. Last issue, our heroes got a smackdown from Steppenwolf's goons as the World Army moved to invade Steppenwolf's country, whatever it was, Darain, I think. So this issue picks up with Steppenwolf just posing for the camera, saying, all right, let's get started, as we then get a 2-page spread of the entire World Army starting their attack on Steppenwolf. Just jetpacks and lasers everywhere. And it says, the World Army's invasion of Darain began at 10:17 a.m., and within an hour, we had hopelessly lost. And we see Steppenwolf is just slaughtering everybody seemingly single-handedly and just completely destroying them. And Steppenwolf gets some narration in there too. He's saying like, yeah, I remember the first guy I killed, but the thousands after that are all just kind of a blur. So I worked for Darkseid, but now this world is lost to me and me alone. Just my power. So we see Steppenwolf is fighting them off. He's not actually alone. He has 3 goons, that the same ones that attacked our main heroes. Beguiler with chaos energy, Bedlam controlling minds, and Brutal, who's just really, really strong. And he just is bashing through ships and stuff like that, and eventually reaches the ship of the Commander-in-Chief, Jason Foster, and blows it up. And we see what's his name? He's only calling him Amar, but he has a last name. The commander guy we've been following. Him and Mr. Terrific see the ship blow up, and it's like, okay, he's about to come for us. We gotta bail. So everyone bails off the ship. Mr. Terrific clings on to the commander, and he's just like, okay, hey, I've got a jetpack, but I need both hands to do this, so I'm just gonna let you fall for a little bit. And so he does, and then Mr. Terrific swings up and grabs him, and he's just like, okay, so we're alive. Is anyone else? As they look around at all the wreckage. And we see somewhere else is all of our heroes coming to, and they're like, okay, we're alive, but why? We were literally sitting ducks. They could have killed us while we were unconscious. What's up? And everyone's like, well, who knows? But regardless, let's go make sure that this was their biggest mistake they'll ever make. We're gonna go there and we're gonna take care of them. And everyone's now just working together. Everyone's on the same side. And Sandman calls in. He's like, let me check to see how the invasion's going. The invasion failed. Everyone's dead. And this is like, okay, well, what are the orders now, Sandman? And he says, well, everyone's evacuating, but we can go and help with that still. Yeah, cool. So everyone, Dr. Fate gets a portal and everyone steps through it, comes out on the other side where Steppenwolf has just finished slaughtering the army. And as the new heroes come out, we have a young woman and a cameraman from a news place. She's the one doing all the narrating, basically saying like, and this is what I saw, all this stuff. Basically, the way I'm recounting it to you. And we so all the Wonders show up, and they are picking up all of the army that they can find that are still alive, picking them all up, throwing them through Dr. Fate's portals and getting them out of there. All except for one, which is Green Lantern. He's specifically looking for Steppenwolf, and he swoops up to him, throws a solid punch, and just starts trying to beat the crap out of him. And he does a pretty good job right up until Brutal comes up behind and starts, ganging up on Green Lantern. We have Adam just being like, hey, I've got your back, man, but then Brutal just once again throws him down to the ground. No problems whatsoever. And then Steppenwolf and Brutal double team Green Lantern into the dirt. And the woman's like, and then when I saw the Green Lantern stop moving, Steppenwolf turned his head and looked at me. And he starts moving towards this woman in her camera. And Steppenwolf's like, I'm always one for the press. Hey, Earth, I just destroyed your heroes. I just decimated the World Army. You literally have nothing that can stop me. And this isn't Darkseid's invasion anymore. This is all me. This is Steppenwolf ruling your Earth now. So resist me and die. And furthermore, and then Brutal cuts Steppenwolf in half. Brutal, being his subordinate, uses laser eyes and just chops Steppenwolf straight down the middle on live TV. And then he's floating above him, and he says, that idiot, that fool, he calls himself a god, saying that I'm his lesser? No, it's time for him to learn that the conquest of Earth is all for Darkseid. And Brutal takes off his mask and reveals it's Superman. saying "Hail Darkseid," and he's got a dark ass outfit with the Kryptonian S, and the lady's like, "Okay, evil Superman." Got it. So at that point, Sandman comes in, manages to get them like teleported away with his Sandman powers, as there's this giant fissure on the planet Earth, like halfway across it. It looks like someone just stuck a knife in it, like long ways. And yeah, it ain't good. So that's the issue. I mean, I'll give them. I'm not a huge fan of when comics end on like super obvious cliffhangers where it's like, yeah, like when the cliffhanger is this the end for our heroes? Clearly the answer is no. Clearly the answer is they're going to be back, they're going to be fine. But this is one of those cliffhangers where it's like, yeah, what in the hell is actually going on? And it makes you want to come back and try to discover that. So, I'm in on that. That's solid. As for the rest of the issue, I mean, it's the big confrontation issue with Steppenwolf and the army. And I get that if they didn't want to really focus on that, if it was more so this idea of both Steppenwolf and the army are now out and it's now this evil Superman, I get why they didn't give it that much time, but it does feel like we've been building up to it for so long that having it be literally a one-page turn of we started the attack, we lost the attack, it just kind of felt a little bit too light. I think it should have been at least a few. There were a few pages in here that were dedicated specifically to, and the Wonders went around and started helping everybody because they're so good and nice. It's like, yeah, but we know that. Let's take those pages and dedicate it towards showing a cool fight scene between Steppenwolf and the army. Minimum. But it's all in all a tiniest little nitpick. I'm not that upset about it. Overall, I'd probably give this one... It's probably like a 7, but I'm going to bump it up to the 7.5 just because that last twist came out of nowhere. Not even the evil Superman, but just that, no, after all that, Steppenwolf just gets eviscerated. He's just dead. I'm down for that. That's a top tier twist for me. So yeah, I'm giving this a 7.5, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing how in the world we're going to come out after that one.